Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, Royal Caribbean Cruise Line was just in court trying to have a court case against them thrown out, and the judge said, I don't think so. So back in 2018, a gentleman of 22 years old was on a cruise with his family. It was the last night of the cruise and he fell overboard. Royal Caribbean has been, the family is claiming multiple things. First of all, that alcoholism, like serving so many drinks to somebody, was a primary cause of the person going overboard, as well as the cruise line's failure to act in the emergency. And they've also been charged with confining the family to their stateroom under guard. So basically, kind of kidnapping. And so basically, here's what the story goes, that the cruise line came back and they said, no, all these things. So I'm going to go over a bunch of the things that is claimed and what the cruise line says is actually what they did and what the judge said. So first off, the gentleman going overboard. The gentleman, it's been proven through video surveillances and checking through evidence and that the gentleman received in about 12 hours time over 30 ounces of alcohol, including up to 7 martinis at a martini making class that day, 5 vodkas with Red Bull, and a whole bunch of alcohol. His blood level would have been around 0.265, which would have made him legally impaired. So it's been proven that he has been served that amount of alcohol by the time he fell overboard. Carnival Cruise Line stated that the alcohol had nothing to do with him going overboard, that he jumped intentionally. Now here's where the family fought that pretense. The family had witnesses that were with the gentleman when he went overboard, and one passenger says that they were joking around, and he actually said to the gentleman who went overboard, you should jump overboard. And apparently he looked at where the guy pointed, walked over to it, and I go, oh, I'm going to jump. Oh, I'm going to jump. And then he kind of tried to sit up on the ledge to talk to him and went overboard. He lost his balance trying to sit on the ledge of the bow and went overboard at that point. So you can see that it was more of a joke. It wasn't an, I'm going overboard, you're right. He actually did lose his balance and fall off the cruise ship from deck 12. The cruise line had really no response after that, other than saying no, that they felt that he went overboard on purpose. But witnesses and eyewitnesses say that's not the case. So the judge said, no, there's plenty of evidence here. We're going to have to take that to trial and see what a jury thinks. The next case that they were charged with is failure to respond in time. Although being immediately told when the gentleman went overboard that the person went, the cruise line did not have a boat in the water for over 2 hours. Their emergency response team took 2 hours to start looking for this gentleman. That's an exorbitant amount of time. If you were having a rescue drill on your boat and it took 2 hours for them to get into the water, your entire crew who's manning that station would be fired. So why did it take 2 hours to get a rescue boat into the water? And not only that, once they got a rescue boat in there, the rescue team too took another hour and a half to get ready to be there. If that's true, that's completely unacceptable. And Royal Caribbean said that they followed procedures according to those laid out by the safety regulations and standards. Well, if the standards say it should take you 2 hours to get a boat in the water, then those standards better change. So yeah, that's not good. Then the next charge of the family, once this was reported that the gentleman went overboard, were told to go to their stateroom and had to stay there until the next morning. There was a guard outside their stateroom that wouldn't let them leave. Royal Caribbean says, no, that's not what happened. We put a guard there for assistance, to assist them if they needed anything. We put somebody there to help them. Yet they said that the head of security told the guard to escort them to the stateroom and to make them stay there. And both the parents and other guests that were on board said that they would not let the family leave the stateroom. So that is forcible confinement for somebody who's done nothing wrong. Had they been doing something wrong, then the cruise ship's within their rights to put them into a room. But having your son go overboard is not a cause for confinement. That's not, what's there. So that is another charge going to it, that the judge says there's plenty of evidence saying that you did confine these people, and we're going to take it to a jury as well. So all three things that Royal Caribbean said should be thrown out of court, the judge said, no, this is going to trial. You're going to have to defend yourself, and this family so far has proven there's enough evidence to bring this to trial, to a jury. So yeah, it's not looking good in this situation for Royal Caribbean with, all cruise lines try and get everything thrown out of court the first time they go to court. Anybody who goes to court would want it to be thrown out before you actually have to go to trial. It saves money. It's just, they don't have enough evidence. Everybody tries that. But apparently, because of eyewitnesses and blood test alcohol levels and video camera surveillances, all was enough evidence to prove to the judge that there's evidence here that there could be wrongdoing on Royal Caribbean's part. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think that 2 hours to get in the water was a little exorbitant? Do you think claiming this person went overboard, even though there's eyewitnesses saying that he didn't? Do you think serving that much alcohol to somebody during the day, the equivalent of 30 drinks, basically, that's an awful lot of alcohol for anybody to drink. I don't care how much of a drinker you are. So yeah, yes, this person did drink a lot but if you go to a bar and you get inebriated, it's the bar's responsibility to stop serving you alcohol. Cruise ships can track how much you drink during the day, if they're going to the bar, because you have to give your card and it shows every time you buy a drink. So they should know by a certain amount of time. That's why Carnival came up with the 15 drink limit. So this sort of thing can't come back on them. Well, this person had the equivalent of 30 drinks, double that. So trying to claim that they're not inebriated is a little hard. And now it looks like eyewitnesses completely throw that he jumped overboard on purpose out the window. It clearly looks like it was an accident, and it seems to be corroborated by the video evidence. Hope you appreciate this news story. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. You want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.